Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Wednesday, October the 2nd. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. A link for our free room. You don't have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. In the email you're getting, you will see a promo code for 15% off, either the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Idea subscription. All right, well, again, not very much activity for me today. The market, it's funny because I thought there'd be a lot better short setups, and I'm not saying there weren't any, but with the market doing what it was doing, and this is basically, I guess, the hangover effect from the manufacturing numbers yesterday, and it's continued down. I think the market's probably down around 500 now or so, but it's funny, I didn't see as many what I would call short setups that kept moving in the trend of being short. So all I really did today, believe it or not, was I actually took, yesterday, of course, AMTD, Ameritrade, TD Ameritrade, and E-Trade both got slammed when Schwab came out with their announcement that they were going to offer zero commissions on trades on their web-based program, any platform. Ameritrade came out after hours to say they were going to do the same thing. Analysts have suggested, or they have suggested, Ameritrade themselves, suggested that they could lose up maybe around $1 billion of revenue for the year. I think it was like $220 to $240 million per quarter. That's what they suggested by chopping their commissions. But anyway, AMTD, of course, got hammered, continued down in the pre-market. I took this short right here at 33.63, and I covered at it's already at 33.14 actually. It just didn't look like it was going to be able to take out 33. So that was a pre-market trade, and then the other one was the UNFI, and this was a lot more difficult. It was chopping around. The spread wasn't great. I sort of closed my eyes and I took the short at 862. This is an earnings play that really kicked down on earnings. And I wish I could say I got out right down there, 782, but actually I covered right here in the pre-market at 831, or I think it was 833 actually. And but this is, again, very choppy. You look at a 15-minute chart here and you see all these topping tails and bottoming tails, and there's just that kind of uncertainty. What I'm looking for, and hopefully in a couple of weeks once earnings season starts, we'll get a lot more stocks with what I will call better looking trends. The trend is kind of down here, but you've got to be able to withstand all these gyrations up. And that's just hard to do sometimes. So, you'd like to see something that's a little more orderly, not as many topping tails. Doesn't have to be crashing down, but just something that's orderly down. And there's the UNFI. I took the home. I did take home on the short. Again, this is something that we have been watching for a 10 break. It did break 10 yesterday. I'll show you why we were watching it. Take a look at it on the, say, the weekly chart. You can see this huge void looking left. And so this has been on my watch list for a long time. But on the watch list, a second here, on the watch list, actually came out as a short at 906. And I thought, okay, with the market moving down, everything else. Now, admittedly, I saw there was a little bit of resistance or support maybe around 880. And that's almost exactly where it got to. So the bottom line for me is I ended up taking this short at 894, and I closed. I took some out almost. I'm hung up. There we go. And then on the way up, I got out. But, again, pretty choppy. It's not a steady, orderly decline. The E-Trade, 35.40. It did get down to 35.02. This is one that I actually been waiting for a break on the upside. It did get down to 33.15 from 329, but nothing really fantastic. And in fact, there were only two on the up. One of them worked very well. This one, you could argue that it worked. The 720, it got all the way up to 795. But if you've been following that one, first of all, this is a pink sheet stock now. It's been delisted from NASDAQ. But the spread was crazy. So even though it looks on paper really good, 720, and gets up to 794. It was really not as good as it looked because the spread was bad. It would have been tough to get. This one, crying my soup a little bit about it. They had news, gap up. They have something to do with a peanut allergy drug. So there was the alert. You see, again, look how choppy this is. So there was the alert at 9:40 at 22:30, and then it came back. And as I said, it came back 22:30, and then look what it did. It got all the way up to 23:63, unfortunately without me. And I guess I was still kind of being biased because most of these stocks that I was watching today were doing exactly this kind of thing, just chopping all over the place. Just establish a trend, man. Like, go up, and you want to rest a bit, fine. We're not expecting that it keeps going up higher and higher, but just a little bit of a rest rather than all these gyrations. And so anyway, that's what I saw on a lot of the stuff that I was looking at today. Very few from the watch list. Again, the AMT, ultimately 22.30 to 23.63, an excellent trade. But unfortunately, I didn't get it. I think some in the room did get it. But anyway, once we get into earnings season, we'll see a lot more. I believe anyway, we'll see a lot more stocks with better trends, either on the downside or the upside. Just more to pick from, So you can kind of leave the ones that are just chopping around, and hopefully we'll be able to find the ones with just better solid trends. All right, everybody, I want to get back into the room. So if you have any questions for me, this is the email address to use. A link for our free room, and I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. Hope to see you in the room tomorrow. Bye-bye.